Hey everybody, welcome back to the Infinite Adventures podcast. It's me, John Venegas. I edited this week's episode, and I'll be doing the next one too, on the account that David is a bit busy right now. While I've got you here, before the show begins, be sure to follow us at Sci-Star Comics on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also find us on YouTube at Sci-Star Media. I've slowly been re-uploading some of our back catalog of the Infinite Canvas, as well as, after that, I will be uploading the episodes of Infinite Adventures. The website, scistar.net, at the time of this airing, is still under construction, but hopefully that'll be done within maybe next month, I want to say. Oh yeah, I also forgot to say that I'm still in the process of figuring out how video editing works, which is why I haven't uploaded the Wendy's, not sponsored, D&D playthrough yet. Anyways, on to a quick brief recap. The gang continued to explore the mansion grounds. Nestle came across some letters written to Kadira by Assad, complete with an address. Shortly after that, the gang get ambushed by an invisible octopus-like creature that caused a bloody fight to the point where Nestle was almost completely away from death. One more turn is what it takes before he dies. And that's where we left off, so please enjoy Strange Aeons, episode 61, The Calm Before the Storm.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Infinite Adventures podcast. How is everyone doing today? From what you can tell, I am sleepy, but how is everyone else?
Not bad, not bad. Hi everyone that listens to us.
I'm a guy.
Wait a minute, technically speaking, if I said hello back to you, that would be correct.
Yeah, but at the same time it would be so meta.
That would be. I'm in the audience, but I also control what's going on. I'm some sort of super audience member. Justin, what did you
Are
just
you
say?
telling me you're a Nielsen family?
What?
I said my character's gonna die.
You sound really excited about that.
And I'm gonna say hello to everybody out there. Hello.
Is everybody? Oh yeah, I feel like shit right now because I ate some lasagna today, and me and lasagna don't get along.
What?
Is your stomach having little bubble parties?
We might have to make we might have to take a break when we record it. That's what you're asking me.
Nice.
If you oh, that reminds me of yesterday. I had
I had a massive
I
shit
keep
yesterday.
like this entire week. I've been drinking eggnog, and like it has not been going well. But I keep drinking because it's so good.
Alcoholic or non-alcoholic eggnog?
Non-alcoholic, yes.
Okay, I just needed to make sure. I have not
Yeah,
drank
if it was
eggnog
alcoholic,
at all.
I think I would enjoy it more. I'm just saying.
I've never had eggnog before.
It's pretty good.
It seems
I like
it sounds like it tastes too much like egg, just by the name.
I think you might be a little
sweet.
bit of a nog there.
Eggnog. Why would you call it eggnog if it's not gonna taste like eggs?
Well, why would you call it Miracle Whip if it doesn't taste like a fucking miracle?
Speaking of eggnog, this June I'll be making eggnog for next December.
What?
That's cool. I will say, this is unrelated, and hopefully we can get to the actual session, but I need to get this off my chest and recorded because I thought it was
there's no
funny.
need. There's nothing important happening today.
We're just denying the inevitable. But no, what I was gonna say is that the other day I posted in one of my other friends' group chats that I bought some Pepsi just for the hell of it. This sounds like a really dumb human thing. So I'm not an alien, I swear to God, guys. And so then I posted a picture of it, and it said Pepsi Cola on there, and they said, I didn't know that Pepsi and Cola were doing a thing together. I said, no, Cola is the name of the flavor of the drink. It's nut flavor. And that threw some people off. Because they're just like, I'm sorry, what flavor? It's
well,
nut.
to be fair, a lot of people don't realize that cola is a nut.
So every time, I want everybody in the audience who's listening right now, who's drinking a good old nice, cold, refreshing Coca-Cola, that you're drinking down a big old gulp of nut. You're welcome.
I love that. I love that.
Bottoms up. Glug glug glug.
You know what? Next time I buy a thing of like any sort of straight up cola and offer any to someone, I'm going to ask them if they want to suck on a nut.
Okay, so I mean, I don't know what to go from that. Other than way to make a nut joke. If everyone's done with their inappropriate jokes, we can jump right into the show.
Yeah,
Well,
no more
of course
talking
we're
about
not,
nuts.
but I mean, we're going to make a few during the show too.
Last time we left off, we had Nestle have a weird vision of I guess I always say this, but somehow I might have to stop saying it. You guys are smart enough to figure out that it's the vision he saw was of the ritual done to y'all to have y'all travel into the dreamlands and so there's that. There's also a letter Nestle found of written by Assad, who was supposed to be sending it to his good old wife. There's one thing that was quickly glossed over that I guess at that time, I guess wasn't that of a priority, or it wasn't something that I guess John in himself or Assad would have like taken notice of, but so Nestle found the letter, and I asked him what would he would do with it. I told him that pretty much everything Assad wants to know is basically in that letter. Where to go to see his family. He knows what city to go to. He knows where to find them. That's all he wants. All he wants is his family. Okay, and so Justin responded with, "Okay, Nestle is he's gonna bag it. He's gonna keep it in his bag." And then he only gave the letter to Assad after he confirmed that he wasn't going to leave. Which means, what if you would have left? What if he didn't get the answer he wanted? Would he have still given you the letter?
That's a Justin question.
I mean, no, yeah, I'm going based off the information I gathered with this these actions that were taken, and it seems like no. It seems like Nestle wouldn't have given him the letter if Assad had answered, yes, I would leave as soon as I could. So, I mean, or maybe at least that's what it is. That is what is hinted at. That is the action that would have been taken if Nestle didn't get the answer he wished for. And so, I don't know if that would have crossed Assad's mind. Of like he only gave him the letter after he answered that yes, he would still stay even if he knew where his family was because of the vision. And so I don't know. Some people might say I'm trying to start something. Other people might be saying, "Yeah, start that shit now." I am just, tipping over that domino piece, whether it wants to fall or not. That's not on me. That's on gravity, and gravity is John and Nestle.
In the words of Deadpool, you're not here to take the shits. You're just here to stir them up.
You say that, but like, the logical conclusion there is that Nestle would withhold the information so that he can guarantee that, Assad sticks around so we can finish all this. But you also don't know that Assad's not a galaxy brain Detective L thing going on, and he knows that that's the question that Nestle's asking. So he answers the question with the answer that Nestle wants. And then, turns out, he hired a squid octopus thing before all this to kill Nestle. So that he could grab the letter, get on out, and everybody knows that Assad wanted to go back home, and he's just like, I've had enough of this. I don't care if the world dies. This is how things are going to go. But I only have like an intelligence of like 9, so like that's kind of implausible.
9 is still in the realm of average. So
yeah, but still,
y'all make it seem like a 9 makes you like Homer level of dumb.
No, I'm saying
no, that's more like a 7.
I think that's even lower than that. But
I think Homer Simpson's like a good 5.
But nevertheless, the letter was given. Assad, you know where your family is, so just send me a DM. Tell me when you want to leave and dish this party, and I can make that happen. Other than that, you guys walked into the sitting room, not a dining room or not the bathroom or nothing like that.
Room.
Yeah, there are no bathrooms here.
Yes, you walked into the sitting room where after you guys started snooping around here and there, giving the this weird octopus creature time to do anything, you guys ended up encountering this guy. This dude was invisible. You failed your perception checks to detect him and everything. And so, last thing that happened was Anya. You rolled a attack on it to see if you can kill it. You got an 18, which actually would have been a miss. That, thanks to your flanking, with the +2 bonus, it turned it into a hit. His AC is actually 20, if I'm correct. So
I
matches
figured that out while the encounter was going on.
Yeah. So, and when it's attacking, match hits. So just because of the flanking bonus, that basically gave you another chance to save Nestle, or gave you the chance to save Nestle. So yeah, that's the one time I think flanking has been, the clutch move here. Because without it, Nestle would have most definitely have died already. We would not be having this conversation anymore. I would be trying to figure out a way to introduce his other character. But now we are left with this question of, is 9 damage enough to kill the creature? I will say he has DR5.
So I just did 4 damage.
He has a DR5 against DR5 against anything against slashing. So only slashing does 4 damage. We did 4 points of damage technically, and I said pretty much any hit from this creature. Okay, yeah. So minimum damage is 4 damage. So that would knock Nestle down to -3. But he does take 2 points of bleed damage, or 1 point of bleed damage every turn. And so he still can die if the 9, which has been deducted down to 4 points of damage, does not kill this octopus thing. And so you attack. You swing 4 points of damage, and the octopus dies.
Neat.
Nestle, it is your turn. You take 1 point of bleed damage, and you fall unconscious. If we stick with initiative order, John, Assad sees, you just see the octopus creature just get slammed to the floor by Anya's mace. The octopus creature does not rise up from there. You know it's dead. As soon as that happens, you turn and you see Nestle fall to the floor.
You turn to high five Nestle and he flops over.
What's going on, Nestle?
It is your turn. Not really in initiative order anymore. Battle is done. What do you do?
Cool.
Run over there and try to. Can you stabilize someone if you don't actually have any like medicine and stuff? Or?
Nope.
Heal is something that you can technically do untrained.
Oh, yeah.
But it's way better if you do it trained.
I want to attempt to do that.
Anya's attempting to as well.
18? Oh, wait, that's you. Fuck.
Yeah.
I rolled an 11.
Okay, so you are unable to stabilize him. Right, I will tell you now, because he is bleeding. Because bleeding automatically prevents someone from stabilizing because they're constantly taking damage every turn. So even if you do stabilize him, he becomes unstable again and takes damage. So you need to heal him first before you can. You need to heal his bleeding before you can even try to stabilize him.
Anya, do you still have any potions on you? The magic wand?
So my next heal check is to try and stop the bleeding.
You just said you have to heal him with magic.
He didn't say with magic.
Right now it is John's turn. So John, what are you doing?
I mean, I can't. My only thing is I can only try to. Okay, so can you patch up bleeding with a heal check?
Yes, that's part of your heal check. So is that
Okay.
what you try to do?
God damn, I rolled a 4. Yes, I mean, there's nothing else I can do. Hey, Justin, does Nestle have any potions on him?
Can I tell you that or no?
I mean, like, in the beginning of the day, I'm pretty sure we talked to each other about what we got.
Oh, so in the beginning of the day, earlier, and I was just like, hey, Anya, do you remember that? Remember when she was like, yeah, I ran out of healing potions for my wand, and I was just like, yeah, we don't have any healing, except for my extracts.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier, this day.
Yeah, Asad heard you too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's trying to tell you to get his fucking...
It's not my turn.
Yeah.
I already ended my turn.
Oh, you don't tell me this. You just straight went to ask him. So you just asked him a question.
Because I know I rolled for a heal, and I rolled a 4, but I didn't think about getting his items. Can I do that instead?
I'll let you do it for your next turn. So
See, that's what I thought.
bleed. No, don't talk to me like that. Okay.
So what kind of roll would it be to find where he keeps his extracts?
Okay, well, that's going to be on your next turn, because you already rolled to heal. And so, you do stabilize him, but then he becomes unstable and starts bleeding.
You
out.
know that I did one of those to stop the bleeding, right?
Um,
Anya's definitely intelligent enough to figure that out.
yeah, but I think it's a standard action to try to...
He rolled a heal check. That's what he did.
Okay, well, okay, I mean, okay. Fine, okay, you stop the bleeding. It is now... It would now be Nestle's turn, so Nestle, you take...
Oh, I found it. It says right here. Bleeding can be stopped by a DC 15 heal check.
Yeah, I know. So, Nestle, give me a Constitution save. Just
Okay.
roll your con, and just roll an 11.
Uh-huh. Roll.
Nice.
I'm not on the
A
screen.
0.
Oh my god!
I mean, it's not. I didn't roll a nat 1. I just don't
Nice.
have
You take
any modifiers. So,
1 point of damage.
did you already added it to my sheet, right? Or what?
No, you take another point of damage.
Oh, okay, so the last one was from him trying to heal me. And this one
Mhm.
was from, and this one is just from what do you call it? Okay.
Yeah, take 1 point of damage.
Oh my
and
god,
then-
it changed
No,
it to
that-
3.
That
For some
is
reason.
right. That is right.
Ah!
3 is right.
Well, for some, I can't like change it.
No, wait, I'm sorry. No, 3 is not right. 2 is right. You need to go 2. Negative 2.
I need to, maybe. Oh,
There
there,
you
we
go.
There we go.
Negative 2. You're right. Negative 2 is right. Okay. So, it is back up to John's turn. I'm guessing you're passing your turn.
No, I want to search for extracts.
Okay. Roll. How many extracts do you have currently right now, Nestle?
Nestle.
Yeah.
How many extracts do you have on your body right now?
I think I have 2, we call it minor healing and 1 moderate.
Okay, so literally all you have is healing extra.
All you have is healing?
Oh yeah, because you said, we need to go and do healing today.
Oh my god.
Go take into healing. I was just like, yeah, sure.
I just want to make sure the only extracts you have are healing.
Oh yeah, that's all I have left. I used all of my other ones at, what is it called, in the beginning.
Okay. So... John, okay, so you reach into his person and you pull out a extract. You don't know what extract it is. Rolled a 1d3, I guess. 1 is 1 and 2 are for the. I can see. Okay, so 1 and 2 are for the ones that are the same. You see, you had 2 extracts of what, Nestle?
Oh, I have 2 extracts of minor healing, and I have 1 extract of what's it called, moderate healing.
Okay, so just for you, Justin, to know, one of the potion he grabbed was one of the minor ones, so you can remove that from your list.
Okay.
One thing I can say is Assad has no way of telling which extract is which.
Yeah, that's why I rolled a random. Which, well, I guess it doesn't really matter
Assad
right now.
knows this is a, shield extract.
Anya, it is back to your turn.
Well, Assad has a potion in his hand and is, holding it up to you. Shaking.
Cool.
Anya, what is... I don't know if this is going to poison him or if this is one of his extracts. Can you figure...
Alchemy check!
It's the cure minor.
That's healing. Feed it to it.
You would have to do it because that's a standard action to reach into the bag. Move action to hand it to you.
Or, take the vial from...
Yeah, I mean, I could have just handed it to him at the end of my turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and dump that down Nestle's throat.
Okay. Roll your... You think 1d8 plus 5?
Yep. 10 hit points.
Ooh, nice. So... Nestle stabilizes, and he comes back up with 8 hit points. Nestle, it is your turn. You wake up. No, you wake up now. And, yeah. And now it's a normal game session. See, no one had to worry. You survived this. And so, yeah. Battle's over. Everyone survived the fight.
Yeah.
What do you want to do next?
Take the longest nap after this. I almost...
Actually,
nap. Maybe not, because I almost took a nap for eternity.
So, what do you guys say that after we're done here, we take another, 2-3 day little break?
Yeah, that sounds like a really smart idea. Really.
Yeah, because unfortunately we've still got the upstairs and the barrack.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, before we head on out, Nestle, you might want to chug some more of those down?
Yeah, okay.
Glug,
Let me
glug,
just chug both of them. Slurp.
So
Slurp.
3d8 plus 10?
No, one is a minor,
no.
one's a major.
One is 2d8 plus 7, I think. Oh, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check.
Right. So 3d8 plus 12.
One of them is 2d8 plus... Our level is 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it should be 7.
So a total of 3d8 plus 12.
Yeah. Alright, so let me just clear these real quick. And I have no more extracts left.
We are officially out of healing.
We officially have to... Oh, that's not a character. We officially have to get the hell out of here.
Alright, I gained 26.
And watch him go all the way back up to full. I'm waiting for your bar to move up.
Is that right?
I'm waiting for a visual response. Oh boy, that is you're at half health!
Yeah.
He started from the bottom. Now he's almost at the top. Hey, we fought one of these before, haven't we?
Have we? It looks familiar. I mean, the token looks familiar. I don't know if it's the same thing, though.
Wasn't there something like this with that mirror lady? I don't remember that fight very well.
Yeah, I remember this thing tried to grip itself on me like a lot.
Okay, let me take a check real quick. David, I'm going to make a check on it to see what it is.
Oh shit. You have to give me 1 minute to figure out what you need for it really quick. I just closed.
Oh, by the way,
page
I'm
again.
not grappled or nauseated anymore, right?
Well, I can guarantee you're not grappled anymore.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's a will save for every time you were in its grip. So since you're no longer grappled by it, no.
Why'd your health go back down?
I'm so sorry. What did you just ask?
Wait, why are they going to 8?
What is
okay.
aberration? Dungeoneering, I think.
That's dungeoneering. I have knowledge of dungeoneering.
It's weird that it's dungeoneering. It doesn't seem like a
Nat
dungeoneering-esque
20.
monster.
I rolled a nat 20 on that, by the way. What kind of creature is this? And then I remember it's a...
Oh, yeah, you have knowledge dungeoneering.
I
Ooh.
do.
It's called a star vampire.
Oh, neat.
Star vampire.
Because it comes from the stars or because it eats stars?
Yes. Star vampires descend upon worlds to feed upon the blood of the living. Naturally invisible, star vampires expose their offensive shape when they are feeding. Something tangled. Star vampires are approximately 10 feet in diameter. Yet weigh a mere 300 pounds? Damn. That thing did not look like a 300-pound creature.
So, who's up to calamari?
So, I mean, okay. So, yeah, they're called star vampires because they come from space, in a sense. They travel down to Galarian to feed on blood. That's the only thing they eat. They do have a healing factor in the sense that if they are near a person or a being that is suffering from the bleed condition, they gain 5 hit points, basically. Also, I forgot to do this. John, it's been I think it was 3 turns. You take 2 points of damage each time if you don't heal yourself. You also have bleed.
Well, I mean, I can do that on myself, can't I?
Yeah, but you still have to do it. So, I think we spent 2 turns. You looking through his belongings and then you giving him the potion.
Okay.
So you would have not been able to do a heal check on those 2 turns. So you have to take a -4 to your HP.
-4. Okay, that's sure.
Wait,
Yes, 2 for each round.
Wait, I wouldn't have known. I would have known that John was bleeding out, right?
Yeah, but
Or no,
he can do a heal
check.
check for this, and all of y'all can aid him in this.
17 beats it, so I still.
Then yeah, so you're good. So you won't take any more after this. So literally after you give him the potion or the extract, you rip a little bit of, I don't know, piece of cloth and just wrap yourself up, and you're not bleeding anymore. So that's a good thing.
I got you. I want to do a real quick callback thing. So I'm kind of looking at the creature. I've patched myself up, holding onto the wounds and stuff, and just letting them start to coagulate. I'm using brute force to heal myself, fellas. I'm looking at the creature and I go, "Oh wait, I remember this thing. There's a picture of it in the. Remember when we were back in the asylum and we were all looking for the info on the witch and all this other stuff that was going on?"
Don't tell me
I
it was in the
remember you
picture box.
telling me about that.
Well, I got a bit distracted and I just started doing some nonsense reading, and well, I didn't honestly think that it would be useful now. It is still useless because I just remembered after we killed it. But this is a star vampire.
Wait.
So wait, now you're using the joke against me about you looking at picture books, and now
Yes,
trying to use it against me.
motherfucker.
Okay. Okay, so here, look, here is, I don't know if this is important facts for ya, but maybe interesting facts. It says here, it is, okay, so, it is far more common for a star vampire to show up on a world after being conjured from the depths of space via certain rare spells or rituals.
It was conjured. Or at least it's likely that it was conjured.
You're saying this was conjured here?
Well, I don't
mean-
know. Those flesh colors certainly weren't conjured.
Or, Nestle, remember all those creatures that were seeping from the dream world? You think that they qualify as conjured? Like a big conjuration, I guess?
They
From what you guys told me, that was more of a gate situation.
And
yeah.
gates are a type of conjuration, aren't they? I'm a lay person. I assume that that's how it works.
David's stupid.
Hang on, I'm going to do a knowledge arcana to be able to figure that out.
Sorry, David. Okay, David's stupid. The creature should have been this big.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, that's why it was like 300 something pounds. It was
Yeah,
double
that
the
makes more
size of it
sense.
was on-
I was playing him as a medium creature. It's a large creature.
Explain to me how this thing was invisible and didn't make any sounds.
It does. It makes throbbing sounds like a heart. Like the sound of a heart beating. But none of y'all detected it.
No. It is actually conjuration. It's very high level.
Mega conjuration. Super conjuration.
However, I don't think that these would really count as extraplanar.
They're aberrations. They have to be extraplanar. Isn't that correct? I'm just assuming in the context of this universe.
Well, it's because aberrations could be both considered creatures that have no form, which can live in the depths of the earth or ocean or in the deep dark space. So just creatures that live deep in somewhere. Either deep in the earth, deep in the water, or deep in space.
Well, maybe we should start closing up some of these areas. Keep finding.
I will say, for wands, you can use wands, not knowing what the spell is, but you have to make a DC 25 use magic device check.
Yeah, Anya's tempted, but... okay, here's the thing, guys. We do have those two wands that we picked up early.
Right.
Yes?
It's a lot easier to use wands if you know what they do.
Okay, I don't like where this is going. Are you planning on experimenting with one of us?
I was actually planning on experimenting on myself.
Hey, I have an idea, and I slap the octopus. Sklorsh. What about testing it on this thing?
Yeah, I'm not waking that thing back up.
If it's dead, you can't heal it. But if you use up a charge on that and it does damage, I'm pretty sure you can tear through like a tentacle or something. And if it doesn't do that, then you can test it on yourself. And if it makes you feel better, it's either healing or drugs.
Well, here's the thing. There's also kind of a small chance from what I've heard that it could spindle the charges at once and blow up.
I'm sorry, what? I'm way too far away from you. Can you say that a bit louder for me, please?
It could spindle the charges and blow up.
Thank you for actually moving your character, by the way.
Yeah, great visual joke for this audio medium. I moved it very quickly, by the
so
way,
good,
when I
so
said
good.
that.
This is the kind of performance I want you to bring here. Thank you.
It's audio recording format that we do, where people cannot see what we are doing.
Technically, if I do things really, really wrong, it could blow up.
Okay, hold on. Or, hold on. Why don't we take a rest, like you said, get back to the Sleepless Agency, chill there for a day. That's me putting chill. That's me putting my words into Assad's mouth. That's not a word he would say. We can rest at the Sleepless Agency for a while, and you can study the wand. Maybe we can, maybe you just take the whole day reading up on it, looking at it.
It doesn't matter how much I study it. I'm not going to be able to figure out what spell is on it without being able to use detect magic.
We can still ask Winter. Maybe she could do that. She seems like a magical person. She healed me once, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, she
Without
definitely
using
seems
a
like some
wand.
sort of paladin or something.
I mean, that's true, but I mean,
You know what she is. She's a cleric. She
you're
said
talking
this
to-
That
so
has
many
not been
times.
explained to Anya.
Assad has been confused of what a druid is because he keeps calling him a witch. So you tried to tell me again what the difference between a cleric and a paladin is for my character, who...
And Assad explained that to Karagor, Assad, and Nestle.
Y'all
Yeah, I'm
spent
not gonna-
3 days in the same house. I'm pretty
Anya
sure a
was
conversation
mostly
like this would have
doing
gone
research
through.
those days.
There's some stuff I would think don't have to actually be played out. That is the knowledge that everyone has.
I mean, there's no guarantee that she'll have detect magic ready and prepared, but she might be able to have it ready for us after she rests.
I think that's a cantrip. You don't have to prepare cantrips.
Oh yeah, it is a cantrip, isn't it?
Wait, I thought you guys had to prepare your spells because you guys have to make them. She just has to pray, doesn't she?
Yeah, paladin. I don't think clerics prepare spells.
Clerics just have to pray. They don't have to prepare spells. They're what are they called? Spontaneous casters.
I mean, it's worth a try. I didn't particularly want to leave this area until we at least finished clearing it out.
I mean, we left earlier and came back. I mean, it's not a big deal.
Well, we didn't actually leave the grounds, though.
We did because I edited because I edited the episode and we very specifically did do that.
No, it was undone in the
Oh, it
next
was?
episode.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was undone in the next episode, literally at the beginning of the next episode.
Oh, see, this is why it's good to edit them.
Yeah, let's go to the Sleepless Agency. I'm pretty sure that with the injuries that we have, and
Sustained?
yeah, I'm pretty sure that they'll be okay with us wanting to go there to rest somewhere safe.
I think we're gonna be fine. We just have to get back out, and we gotta sneak back in. That's gonna be kind of hard, but
Well,
we are out of
that's
healing.
if they manage
We're out of
to
a lot of
resupply their
things.
troops. We kind of killed a lot of people.
That's true, unless they're actually secretly rabbits.
Gross.
That wasn't a sex joke. You made it a sex joke.
No, I didn't make it a sex joke. Can you imagine someone giving birth to someone that's fully grown? That would be so painful.
I think
Isn't
I like
that
it
how
better
the
when it was a
Urgles
sex
were
joke.
born in Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Just fully grown, ready to fight?
Have we secretly been fighting orcs this whole time?
You're not called orcs. I thought they were
And it
called
would be good to
Orgles.
sell a good chunk of this stuff that's in my bag.
Oh, hell yeah, we can take some time at the Sleepless Agency, look through everything that's in the bag. I can write a letter, and we're all good. And then we come back here and, just do basically what we just did, but a lot easier.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'd really rather you guys not die, so let's go ahead and do that.
I'm glad we're all on the same page here. Nestle, is that a thing we're gonna do?
Repeat the question.
I'm gonna repeat the entire goddamn 30 minutes of what I just said.
You're the final vote. Go back to the Sleepless Agency and get some proper rest.
Okay, wait, hold on. Final vote. Like, 60% of us already agreed, so I'm just out of.
So right
out
now?
of, yes,
I'm not gonna drag him there against his will.
I will.
If we do that, we have to lock everything up, though.
Lock like what?
You know, there's bathrooms upstairs.
There's no bathrooms here.
I'm calling it a bathroom because it's funny that way.
You know, anyone that's here would probably have, like, a key that they can, get through this.
Yeah, but if it's not a person,
Now, we can blockade the stairs to go up.
there's 2 sets of stairs.
Only one that goes up, though.
That is true.
Fairly certain that bookshelf that's down there could block it. Hey, Assad, you feel like
What's up?
pushing a bookshelf?
I look at Anya. I look at the perforations on my skin that have healed up. I look at Nestle. I look at that he's scrawny as hell. I look at Anya and see that she's absolutely fine. I look at myself and I see that I am dying and shaking, literally shaking.
I'm saying I'll need your
Sure.
help to push it.
Okay.
Like, my mutagen that I brewed today actually helps out with strength.
Okay.
Also, we do need to go back, mostly because we need to put the books back. Or we
What
need to
books?
leave our books and read them later, is what I'm saying.
We need to bring the books back to the Sleepless Agency
So-
and read them there.
David,
Mhm.
before we leave, we are going to be pushing this bookshelf that I'm currently pinging
Mhm.
to block this door.
Okay.
Basically trapping anything that's upstairs up there.
Okay.
We're also probably going to push the bed up against the bookshelf.
Okay.
Just for that extra bit of fuck you.
Copy that.
Okay.
Now, we can't really do anything about the barracks.
No,
we can
no,
just
we
throw the
can't.
giant squid in there.
We'll burn that bridge when we cross it.
You mean when we get there? You don't want to burn the bridge when you're crossing it.
Have you ever crossed a bridge that's in the middle of burning?
No, and that sounds dangerous, and you shouldn't do it.
It totally is. But when all the gunpowder in your alchemy set goes off, you kind of don't have much choice.
I look at you with a little bit of concern. Do you need to process this still?
I've gone full circle so many times today that I'm like a freaking carousel.
Okay, all right. Hey Nestle, how does almost dying feel? Cause I'll tell you what, that's not pleasant.
This is my second time almost not dying. Or almost dying.
I mean third if you really think about it, cause you got that vision.
No, he died there.
Oh
Oh,
right.
I actually died in those.
I also still need to process the fact that that plant made me think that I was melting into the floor.
Yeah, that was weird. It made me. Did you guys all say the same thing? Cause I saw. Well, obviously, Anya, you didn't. I saw spiders everywhere.
You know, I still have that plant in my bag.
You keep that thing away from me. I don't want to see spiders right now. Nestle, Justin, do you remember your vision?
From which one? From which time?
The one we're talking about right now. The plant.
Your hallucination from the plant thing.
From the plant thing?
Yes, you were melting.
But not into the floor, you were just melting.
You
Oh,
were
that
just
one. Yeah,
flopping
I
over.
remember now. It's the one
Yeah.
where we were in the
last building.
other building, yeah.
Yeah, no. So I was asking if everybody remember their thing. And,
Yes, I remember. You're talking about the one in this one, right?
I'm not. I have the thing zoomed in on where I am, so I know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
That
is the last building, I think. Yeah.
Yes. Boy, that was weird. I don't want to do that again. So Anya, no offense, but keep your keep that druggy shit in your purse until we get.
Oh yeah, I was gonna see if I could eventually weaponize it.
Yeah. We really should, and I pull out the dagger. I really should be using this more often with like poison and shit.
Anya automatically goes into the handy haversack.
You think poisoning right now is a bad idea?
Oh, right now, yes, very bad idea.
The handy haversack?
Yeah, where she had you put a bunch of the stuff.
Oh, okay. Yes?
Do you know how to use poison?
Yeah, I can put poison on my weapon.
She's talking to Assad.
Oh.
We've discussed this. I can do it. It's just a little tricky.
I look at Assad. Do
Why?
you know how to use the potion? I mean, the poisons.
Look.
Can you guarantee me you're not going to poison yourself with this?
I can't guarantee that for certain. I'm not that great with fine-tuned small instruments like this.
She closes the handy haversack back up. Nestle, you're in charge of poisoning his dagger.
Okay. Should I poison it?
Are we gonna star wipe to the Sleepless Agency or?
Probably a good idea. Oh wait, I'm pretty sure we gotta do the strength checks to move the stuff, don't we?
I just don't know what exactly you're doing.
Removing the bookcases?
Unless it's something like super specific that you're gonna be doing as you go leaving the mansion grounds, then I'm just gonna have y'all take 20 on them. So the
Okay.
So pushing the bookshelf and the bed, let y'all take 20 on that.
Blockading
If
the
there's
upstairs.
anything else you're doing as you're going out, then depending on what it is, and if there's a really huge chance of failure, then I will make y'all roll. But other than that, all you guys told me was y'all pushing the thing, and that's it.
So to basically guarantee that nothing's coming down, I feel like Nestle should stay watch, and we actually grab the stuff, come back, and then he's always there, so we make sure that nothing's ever coming down.
While downstairs, on our way out, I'm just going to grab that small statue of the elephant-footed tentacle thing.
Okay.
Winter might know something about that.
I'm gonna grab some more books.
I guess we can grab more books as we go.
Okay.
I mean,
Fountain of information, guys.
I think we're good on books.
Oh, by the way, I always had this personal headcanon when it came to knowledge checks. Does everybody here remember Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events, the 2003 movie from Nickelodeon?
You're talking about the book thing, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does anybody else remember other than Donovan?
I know of the movie. I've never seen it.
So, Justin, have you seen the movie?
Which movie was it?
Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events.
No.
The one with Jim Carrey.
No, I haven't.
Yeah. So in that movie, one of the characters, Klaus, he's like a big old fucking nerd, literature nerd. And so then, whenever they're in a situation where they need something specific, he'll like have this like flashback to like when he's in the library, and like a book will just pop out of the shelf, and it'll show you the title, and then it shows you him reading it. And like every time I think of a knowledge check, I always think of that of like, okay, the characters know this, and I always think of, there's that book that they remembered reading a long time ago.
You see, I have a bit of a gripe on that movie. One scene in particular. The scene where they're on the train track.
What kind of worms have I just opened?
That was the kind of window that you roll down with the handle thing. Why didn't they just roll it down and climb out?
Because it's a movie. They don't think of everything. This isn't CinemaSins.
Anyway, onwards with that Star Wife.
I'll argue about that later with you, by the way. We can nitpick it on our own time.
So the three of us, scarred and looking beat all to hell.
My personal headcanon is that I got a bunch of paper cuts moving the bookshelf.
So, I would say, because y'all enter the mansion a little bit past 12 midnight, after going through everything, doing all your perception checks and digging through all the information from the books in the library to some of the paperwork you found out in the outer buildings on the mansion ground that was not the main mansion. Probably I've been in there for maybe might be a little bit overestimating here, but I think it'd be nice for it to be about 2 hours. Hopefully that's not...
I was thinking you were going to say like 5 hours, but 2 hours fine.
No, 5 hours, that will be an exaggeration, I think. Because, I mean, while combats did take a long time, you gotta recall that each round is about 6 seconds, so...
yeah.
Even at most, I think the longest fight you had was just like a few minutes, though, still. So, but most of the time that was taken up was from just gathering information. In a sense, y'all probably took 20 minutes here, 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there. Probably most of your time would have been taken up in the mansion, to be more precise. The library, on the first floor, would have probably taken up a lot of your time there. 20, maybe 30 minutes max. That's me just over thinking, or not. I was sorry.
And then there was
a little bit over
while
exaggeration.
was preparing the new mutagen.
Yeah, and so true. Also, there's the mutagen. How long does that take you again?
An hour.
An hour. So yeah, probably then a little bit more than the 2 hours. Then I'll stretch it out to maybe not 3 hours, but close to it's very close to the third hour now. Maybe like 2:45.
We left the Sleepless Agency at like noon, though. So
yeah, but y'all waited till midnight to actually go in after your first attempt to actually enter the fort. So by the time you get back to the Sleepless Agency, I know y'all might not be in a literal rush, as in trying to run down there, because you guys are a bit beat up, quite beat up. So y'all try to make haste as quick as you can, but still not trying to exert yourself too much. Maybe y'all finally get there at 3 o'clock. You're at the Sleepless Agency. You see the lights are off. Probably Winter and Cezadiah are out for the night, or sleeping for the night. But you guys make it to the Sleepless Agency.
We make it to the Sleepless Agency. I guess we have to knock on the door, so...
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, it's not like we just have the key to the place, so...
I don't know, would you have asked for a key?
Probably, actually.
I wouldn't have crossed my mind.
Probably should.
Okay,
It probably
so
would
at
have
least
been
I
the
know.
best idea
Okay,
to
Saul
actually
wouldn't
ask
have asked for a key.
David, I have a question.
Yes.
The hell's that?
Don't pay
I
attention
see a
to
black
it.
screen.
I'm scared. I knock on the door.
Oh, are you talking about the horse?
Yeah.
That's from a while back ago when we had Reardon with us.
Oh, I remember. Oh, I could never control that horse. That's weird. I don't know why I can
It
control
wasn't
it
your
now.
horse.
Oh,
It
I
was
mean, I can
Reardon's
control
horse.
it now. Yeah, I know.
Looks like a nightmare.
Oh, anyways, I knock on the door.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, and after a few long seconds, the door opens up, and it is Winter. She opens the door. She looks a little bit tired, and she greets y'all in. She her first thing that comes to her mind, you see maybe like a little a small hint of a smile, thinking that you have finished the job, and in a pretty speedy time, about 3 hours. Well, not that speedy. I forgot. You actually left at 12 at noon. But
15 hours, but
roughly, which I guess is still kind of sooner than what she thought. She thought maybe it'd be like a day, if not maybe a day and a half job. But you guys made it back 15 hours later, I guess. And she is a little bit, happy to see you guys. I would say healthy and strong, but that might not be true for a good majority of y'all. And but she smiles. She as tired as she is, she tries to put on a grin, and she moves to the side to let y'all walk in. And she's like, "So the job is done? You've taken care of everything?"
we needed a safe place to rest. There's a lot of cultists up there.
There are a lot less cultists out there, though, now. I will say.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like, no exaggeration. Like, zero exaggeration. We killed, like, 14 of them, in one sitting. That was exhausting.
That was 15.
Like, yeah, that was
I
like,
did a body count after.
that was so many.
There were just way too many of them. Like, so many of them.
Some assassin tried to kill Assad.
Oh, yeah, we definitely killed her. Burned her up, too.
That one
'cause there's no way-
assassin that tried to kill us back at the hotel. Yeah, we met her.
And then we encountered, what'd you call it again, Assad? A star vampire?
Star vampire, yeah. They're these, and I, like, have my, like, fingers up doing, like, squiggly things. These big ol' octopuses from space that, like, suck the blood out of people and stuff. I read about it in a really cool book.
Along with two things that seemed similar to vampires, but they were not vampires. I'm just going to say now, Anya's going to tell Winter what they're called, but I do not remember. I remember calling them Banana.
I don't think you found out the name of one of them. The other one of them you did find out the name. Again, I don't also know how to pronounce that. It had a lot of M's and N's in it. It had a lot of M-A and N's.
There was like a
Manangal or something like that.
Manangal, yeah.
Manangal.
And then we fought a head that had, well, not the entirety of the rest of its body.
It was intestines.
Just the innards.
I think we did find out what that was, though, right?
I don't think y'all did.
I think we rolled for it.
No, we didn't.
I don't think y'all did. But as you start describing these creatures, she has no clue what the star vampire is. She's never seen one before. Not really even heard of them. She says, "I'm not quite familiar with that creature you spoke of, the star vampire."
They're from space.
I like how you've now become a space expert. Only because you know one fact about space. Now you're the space expert here.
You told him about star vampires, and now he's the Space Corps.
You're gonna be head of interstellar travel department.
You gave me that vision of those monsters that came from beyond our planet. You specifically told me we're not from another plane of existence. So I'm afraid of space right now. I'm like Tony Stark at the end of Avengers.
But as you describe the other being, which I would say with Anya's just extreme knowledge and her,
very descriptive.
Yeah, amazing note taking and stuff like that.
Anya's also going to tell her about the bodies we found in that one room.
She kind of figures out what the other being is, and just because of having of knowing that the other creature was a Manangalan or whatever it's called.
Manangal.
she kind of pieces together that the other creature was known as a God, it's almost the same thing, but it's a Penagalin.
Penangallum?
Pangolin?
Penagalin.
You're talking about the armadillo with like a lot of sharp scales?
Oh my fucking God. This here.
She's the fuck.
Yeah, Penangallum.
Pangolin.
Wait, I still haven't looked it up. I can't remember if this is like Asian mythology creatures or if it's
It sounds
Russian
like a yokai to
mythology
me.
creatures, but I think it's Asian.
It's from Malaysian mythology.
I was wrong. Right. I don't know what
It's still
Malaysian is
Asian,
considered.
but
Yeah.
it's a specific Asian country.
Yeah.
For
She
those of
can.
y'all interested, Malaysia is a country just south of China. Oh, south of Thailand, and north of some country I don't know the name of.
Nice.
Oh, no, it's
we
Indonesia.
We also found out where that Laos guy went.
Where did the Laos guy go?
Well, from the information we have, he went to the plane of dreams.
Wait. Okay. So wait, are you actually saying that, or is that what you're telling us?
Is this with the case of like we didn't pay attention enough to you again?
Anya pulls out the journals that she has found and kept, and the large stack of books.
Okay.
That's
so
in my
she
hand.
tells you. Okay. Well, if you say that, then she tells you like. So wait. So Laos is currently in the Dreamlands.
Physically and everything, I'm
So,
pretty
yeah.
sure. Like full-on plane shift.
But that makes no sense. The last known whereabouts of Count Laos is that he docked a ship in the ports of Thrashmore and left.
Well, if he's not in the Dreamlands, then he's more than likely heard where the Necronomicon is.
That, or hear me out on this. There were shapeshifters in the asylum. Do you think that maybe he hired controls a shapeshifter to pretend to be in other places? That's also a
Sounds a
possibility.
bit overly complex for him.
I mean,
considering
true
what you
too,
guys have
but
told me about him.
though that is true. But I mean, this whole thing is pretty goddamn complex.
True.
Well, I mean, creatures like those don't tend to do things because they're ordered to. So if that is what you are thinking, then they're still. If he had one of these shape shifting creatures from the asylum, the doppelgangers, I don't know much of them, but I do know that they're not stupid. They're not. They have minds of their own, so either it's doing it willingly for a reason. Maybe Count Laos has it captured and is controlling it somehow. That can be plausible, but how sure of you are you on that?
These are all shots in the dark, honestly. I mean,
Anya this is the evidence I have for it.
So either Count Laos is currently in the Dreamlands, or he's gone on a voyage to find this book you called Necronomicon.
Yes,
do you
it's
know what
mentioned
that
in this
book
journal
is?
Here.
What's so important about this book?
well, I'll say this.
Out of character, I
if
remember
Laos
he
want-
needed it, but I don't remember exactly what for.
Yeah, this book, if Laos wants it,
Necronomicon?
it's got to do something terrible.
Hold on. Let me rack my brain real quick.
Please use your investigator brain.
I remember.
Investigate! You will not remember. It's probably like a DC 40. Like,
No.
Nestle,
guy.
use investigate.
Okay, well, anyways, I remember the reason why he wanted the Necronomicon is because it told him about the city, the one that was in the Dreamlands.
Oh, right.
Right, okay. Refresh my memory on this. Why does he want to go there so badly again?
I don't think you figured that out yet.
We have not figured that out. We have not been told the reason why. But what we do know is in order to go there, he needs the Necronomicon. And the only way to find the Necronomicon was to visit the Mad Poets. If you remember?
Yeah, also, I did a particular spell that was hopefully going to return their memories, but instead they just remembered how they lost their memories.
Yeah, we died. In the Dreamlands, presumably.
You didn't just die, your minds were sacrificed.
Well, I mean, at least we gotta retain... I assume... this is our personalities from beforehand? I don't know. Maybe we're just new people. I don't really know at this point.
Well, as you're saying this, she not interrupts, but she would say, that, I'm not familiar with the world of dreams, or not many planes. That's not a knowledge I am strong in. But, I mean, the Dreamlands are not a world that works like ours. The little bits that I know about it is traveling to a plane like that, traveling to any plane of the world in this world, it's not impossible, but so hard to do. Dreamlands are known to be the easiest to do so, because you can get there non-physically. Every time you have a dream, it is said that you are dreaming in a world of the Dreamlands. Of course, that's not true facts. There's nothing that can be proven about it. No one I've known of, or I've never read stories of people physically going to the Dreamlands. Those who have done so don't really have much to back up their stories, in a sense. But if you guys did manage to go to the Dreamlands, and if that is where you died, does not mean you would have died in this world. But I'm pretty sure dying in any world comes with a pretty good cost.
In their case, it seems to have been the cost of all of their previous memories.
I think I know what you're talking about, because we were at the asylum for a while, and you never knew about us, correct?
I myself know, but according to Sezadiah, you were quote-unquote declared missing. I say that like that because everyone thought you left with Count Laos. Almost everyone in Count Laos's mansion, or everyone he held to a high standard, with the exception of few, left the mansion ground. Sezadiah said he left only a few to run the mansion ground. One of them being Melissa. She's the one who's currently running the mansion ground. They thought that you've left with Count Laos. Laos has been gone for over 3 months now. Closing on 4.5. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember. Don't want to really bother Sezadiah with that question at the moment. But that time that he's been missing, you guys, or you, Nestle, and Assad, have been said to be with him. Lo and behold, you guys were actually stuck in the asylum. So you've at least been there for at least somewhat of 3 months.
So far, no sign of this Melissa person at the mansion. After we rest, we are intending on going back. Lots and lots of cultists.
Lots and lots of cultists.
And I guess some sort of druid?
Oh, we already killed her. We didn't. I remember the druid, the witch that was in the cave we told you about.
No. Not the mushroom druid lady. Some sort of actual druid, because those topiaries, that's not natural.
Yeah, it's magic.
Yeah, druids specialize in that kind of thing.
I'm pretty sure the plant lady we killed was this druid you're talking about.
We didn't kill a plant lady.
No, I'm telling you, you didn't. Me and Nestle did.
Anya was there.
Oh yeah, you were there.
Hang on, I'm trying to recall fighting a plant person.
She was a druid. The lady in the cave was a druid.
Yeah, but that was not in the mansion. And that was a fungus lady, not a plant lady.
When I was at the mansion, when we were in the mansion grounds, I was searching the druid's room, and I asked David if there was any indication that was the same druid, or if it was a different druid, and said there was no way of knowing. I just assumed it was the same person.
It's potentially possible that that's the same person, but it doesn't make sense that the spells would still be going after she died.
Though, not all spells are undone with death.
This is true.
Who did you respond? Was that your character saying that, David, or?
But I did hear some sort of chanting while we were trying to cut through that hedge.
Okay, Winter can say that not all spells are undone with just death. If that makes you feel more comfortable, Winter said that.
Okay. It's just that Don responded to you.
No, I got you. I got you. Well, Anya's voice and Dawn's voice are not that different.
I suppose that someone could be taught the basic chance for maintaining something. This is why I like science better. No offense.
I mean, if you really come down to the nitty gritty, though, isn't magic just science? Y'all know exactly how it works. It's science is. I can't really. My character can't answer that. That's just me.
There are a lot of people
rambling.
who say that magic is just science that we can't fully understand yet.
Yeah, Tony Stark. And look where that got him.
He's dead now, so that sucks.
Yep, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. The movie came out earlier. Everybody's had the chance to see it.
Dawn has it.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, never mind then. I take that back. But still, spoiler
Not my fault
alert.
you didn't ask.
I have it.
We did a review of it. What do you mean? I haven't seen the movie that I've reviewed.
As a review. Bit of a favor. Could you help me identify these two later? Holding up the two wands.
She grabs them and is like, or I can just do it now. And she puts her hands over them.
Like he was rolling dice after he does that. That's the real magic.
She tells you one of the wands is a wand of cure.
Nice, it's just cure.
Cure moderate wounds with 14 charges, and the other one is a wand of invisibility.
It would have been wild if we would have used that on the monster and it turned invisible. Me well knowing that its default form is invisible.
How many charges are on the invisibility one, David?
9. My guess would have been if you would have used invisibility on the creature and the creature disappeared, Anya and maybe Nestle would have been like, oh, this might be a wand of invisibility. Sai would have been like, oh my god, a gate! You teleported the creature.
But gate can't be turned into a wand, and Anya would know about that.
Yeah, no, that's why. It said you and Nestle would be like, oh, invisibility, I guess. Assad would be like, oh shit, he teleported this creature. Where did it go?
Assad starts panicking and running around and trips over an invisible tentacle.
Not again.
14 charges of cure moderate wound and 9 charges of invisibility.
I feel like those will definitely be helpful to us, especially that cure moderate.
Hey, look at the bright side. That invisibility one, though, that sounds pretty cool. We haven't turned invisible before.
It actually can be very useful, but as soon as you attack or grab something, it turns off. So it's mostly really good for arranging a ambush or a sneak attack.
Does it turn off if you move something else? Like a physical object? What if I pretend to hit somebody?
Unless you actually make contact, you'd be fine.
Okay, so if I miss, I should be fine.
What are you talking about?
What if I throw something? This is me trying to be an asshole and trying to figure out, the logic of this spell.
Okay, I have never messed with invisibility myself, so I'm not entirely certain on this.
If this is you speaking out loud,
yes.
A Winter is gonna walk up and goes, so I'm actually gonna explain it to you. Winter, when she explains it, it's gonna be more in this world's version of explaining invisibility. If you attack or do any standard action that is considered an attack, you become visible, no matter whether you miss or don't.
Same for if you pick things up.
If you pick something up, they become invisible with you.
Oh, right.
Attacking, initiating an attack causes you to become uninvisible. For a spell, I think for a spell, once the spell is cast, you then become uninvisible.
You mean visible?
Uninvisible.
Yeah, visible.
Uninvisible.
Revisible.
This is the hill we're gonna die on. Okay.
You become revisible. That's what I should have said. If I wanted to be like extra.
Worse.
Anyway.
Okay, so then she gives you this. She prepares you a nice hot cup of sleepy time tea. She sets it on the table and she tells you before she calls it a night. She does look back to you and she goes, "Are you sure you guys are safe for the night? Matching is clear enough that you are safe."
I'm pretty sure they didn't track us down here.
I'm pretty sure that everyone in the barracks came out during that one fight.
Probably.
And we blockaded the final floor from being able to come down unless they're, like, insanely strong, because we put both a bookshelf and a bed in front of them.
Well, let's hope for the best then. And continue forward tomorrow. You have a nice rest. I know you have another adventure tomorrow.
And thank you for giving me information as to why Daniel was always bothering York for invisibility potions.
What?
What?
Oh, a thief I knew back in training.
Oh, okay.
He was always bothering this one warlock for invisibility potions.
She shuts the door and walks off.
Okay.
By the way, that last thing was just purely for fluff.
You gotta fluff that dress to make it look pretty.
Well, I mean, Anya barely ever talks about other people in the Pathfinder Society, and she probably knows a few people since she trained there.
What you could always do is you can start name dropping a bunch of people, and then later on in the future, when you have a new character, it could just be one of those people.
I was actually kind of intending for that.
That sounds really convenient, just like my characters.
You haven't said your characters' names at all in story.
The thing is, I only started thinking of this idea like a couple of days ago. So sleep
we're
time.
resting up. Sleepy time.
Sleep.
Gonna enjoy that tea.
Oh, do I recover any of my drain or no?
Oh shit!
Same.
I need to look up drain. Cause drain has a different mechanic.
Fog drains.
Oh wait, what was mine then?
Yours was damage,
Okay. Technically,
but
could...
Dawn can do that with lesser restoration.
Restoration,
So, I guess
No,
before you
not
go to
with
sleep,
lesser.
drain, yes. No wait, damage, yes.
Yeah, but he's got drain.
John does
He
not.
has
Not Justin.
True.
Justin has damage, I think.
Yeah, I have damage, so you can just use the restoration on me. Wait, ability drain? Is that what it is?
Me, I have ability drain.
It says spells such as restoration. I don't know if it's lesser can work though.
Oh, ability drain can be healed through the use of spells such as restoration.
Yeah.
Yeah, not lesser restoration though.
So,
I'm trying to figure out what health we get back.
Oh.
I've already said it's double your level plus con modifier.
I mean, we can ask Winter for normal restoration, right?
Oh boy, what if your con is negative?
If your con is negative, then you start losing extra HP.
Aww.
Alright, bombs are restocked. Time to choose my extracts.
So basically, John, what is your con?
9, so that's a -1 modifier.
Beautiful.
Oh, by the way, that shield extract that Anya gave Assad and the enlarged person are now expired.
Well, I used the enlarged person.
No, the enlarged person she gave to Nestle.
Oh.
I'm going for a dexterity mutagen after we wake up.
Alright, well, I gained back, what's it called, ability damage after each day, right? Unless someone's going to help me out.
You gain 1 back every day.
Yeah, unless someone helps me.
Yeah, which I'm pretty sure Dawn or Anya would have before y'all went to sleep.
Okay,
Or even before you even left the mansion.
Okay, so are you going to do that, or no, Dawn?
Yes.
Okay.
What if he would have said no?
Then I would be a very sad boy.
Sad boy, sad boy.
What you
Okay,
gonna
so the
do?
first use gives you 1 back.
Okay.
Second one gives you 2 back.
Okay.
And she's gonna keep doing this until you tell her to stop, by the way.
Keep going. Another one. Okay. Well, I need another one.
3.
Oh, that should be good.
Alright. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4 uses of that.
Okay. And then we're getting HP up to our
2 times your level plus your con bonus.
So what was your con at?
9.
You had a 16, right?
Oh yeah, originally yes.
16 is a +3, right?
I believe so, yes.
And Anya's going to send off the current report for the Pathfinder Society. Still alive, here's the current situation.
Hey Anya, I have a question.
I may or may not have an answer.
Well, I'm really kind of hoping you do. So, your crow, how far off can it go?
It can go to places that it knows.
Cool. Do you think that it's familiar at all with Kadira?
Anya kind of looks at the crow. I don't know if this one knows Kadira. Most of the Pathfinder Society's ravens just know Galarian in general.
Well,
And-
it's in Galarian, believe it or not.
Well, I can probably ask him to deliver something to a outpost in Kadir, and they can send a courier with the message after.
Okay, that'll work. Breaking the fourth wall here for a second, just outside of this, out of character, outside of this world's existence. And can I just ask you something real quick, Donovan? I asked you the equivalent of, are you familiar with Saudi Arabia? I'm familiar with Earth. Well, good news for you then.
Galarian cannot be the only continent on this place.
Oh, I thought Galarian was the planet.
Galarian is the planet.
Ah.
You're in the inner sea region.
All right, back in the fiction.
It'll also probably be a few days before... Well, actually a couple of weeks maybe, depending on how weather is, before we'll get any response to your letter.
Well, yeah, I mean that's standard for like for that's pretty standard. I'm pretty sure that's usually how long letters take.
The thing is, have you ever... I don't think you would have ever sent him there, so he doesn't even know where an outpost is. And
If nothing else, I can send some gold with him, and the Pathfinder Society can get it to where it needs to go.
Okay. I want to write
We're
a letter.
kind of all over the place.
I want to write a letter, and I want to send it out. That's what I want to do. Are you cool with that, Anya?
Yeah. And Anya's going to attach, 10 gold for, insurance and postage for Assad's letter.
Gotcha. Some of the letter basically would be something along the lines of, dear Layla, there's obviously no pauses or anything, but dear Layla,
Sorry, I know this is your big moment, but
no, I'm aware it's funny too.
it's John's big moment. Let's make jokes about it. Don't let him have a good moment.
no, I
Assad
know
is
it's his
a
big
wimp.
moment. It's just the fact. Is the fact that it's just like, hey Layla, guess what? I lost my memories. Coming
Hey
back.
Layla.
I
Hey Layla.
found a
You
letter.
you might know me. I don't know you. Can you please write me back all the information about you and my kids? I know jack shit about you, other than you're my wife. Love you? Question mark.
Can you attach some photos, maybe the social security number, banking information? That'd be great, thanks. No,
And not those kind of photos. I don't even know the kind of photos you even send. Again, lost my memory. Happy face, winky face. Love you? Question mark.
Anya's going to look to Nestle. Do you have anyone that you'd like to write to while we're at it?
I'd like to write my father figure. Oh, wait.
Oh no, he's dead. Basically the letter kind of sums up to, dear Layla, I just, I don't know if, what I sent in the last letter to you, which sounds weird, but bear with me in this. I, recently was in a situation in which I have, lost, my memories. I lost my memories, and I've been trying to piece back together what's going on, so I don't know what kind of I don't know what terms I left on, but I just want to let you know that I'm still alive. I'm still doing well. I did see some of the scraps of letters that I was thinking about sending you, so I'm just kind of piecing this together of what I think it was about. But I'm safe. I'm mostly safe right now. I'm kind of in a situation at the moment.
I'm saving the world, woman.
Hope you don't have to worry about too much. I am still in a situation in which I am risking my life, so hopefully I'll make it out just fine. In case you don't hear back from me now, just if you actually hold on, pausing for a second. I can just tell Winter to write my wife, basically, and tell her that I'm dead afterwards. So I don't have to preface this in the letter, but that if you don't hear back from me is what I was trying to say. If anything happens to me, a friend of mine will write you. If everything goes well, then I'll return home. Tell, and I said the names, Haydar, Nazli, and Fatima, that I love them, love you too, and...
Question mark.
I hope to... no question mark. And I hope to return back home if we left on good terms, because Assad remembers the visions that he had, and he doesn't know what the relationship is like right now.
Well, the last vision he had... Oh, wait, that's not the last vision. The first vision he had of her, it looked like he was in a situation where his anger had taken control and something bad was about to happen.
But the baby boy showed up and nothing happened from that vision.
If I would have done it your way, she would have been
Yeah,
laying on the floor.
I'm aware.
And we would be like Ant-Man here.
No, You retconned that for me, and I appreciate that. I realized that I would just be, trying to be edgy, but I appreciate that. I mean, it's also another time.
It happened in the Ultimate Universe.
Yes, there's that too. Also, I did learn after the fact that in Qadira, the women have more power than men also. So, like, that would have been a weird situation. Either way, it's still a terrible
probably
situation.
would have been killed.
I would have been killed, definitely. But yeah, that's kind of sealed that up, and it's the first time that I've written in a long time, so the handwriting may not be the best.
After he gives Anya the letter, she's like, "This will make a good initiate mission for someone."
I'm sorry, a what?
Oh, yeah. Courier missions are an initiate type mission for entering the Pathfinder Society. I remember those days. They sucked.
Oh, courier missions.
Yeah, like taking letters and such to people.
Is this a mission for you?
No, it's going to be a mission for some poor schlub who's trying to get in good and get an actual mission.
Some level 1 adventure.
Like, I used to hate taking those babysitting missions. Those were the worst.
The babysit quests were the worst.
I mean, at least it's not like some egg that's going to hatch and try to eat them on the way.
Again, very specific and weird.
No, that's just a story I heard.
Okay.
Okay, so John or Assad writes a lovely letter, question mark, to
Hastily made.
Layla.
I didn't want to look, I'm going to break... I was debating of whether I should write something before I recorded today, but then I realized that Assad probably would put in as much effort as I would ad-lib, so...
You know, you kind of prepared an ad-libbed letter, and then you actually you like thoroughly thought about what to write and just write it in that fashion as being ad-libbed. You didn't actually have to ad-lib it. I mean, I know it brings more realisticness to this, but also helps prevent the whole stuttering part.
Yeah, that
Just
is
saying.
true.
Just saying. But okay, after Assad writes
You got
this,
all the stutters in the letter too.
after Assad writes this, like I said, lovely letter. I think it's a little bit too late to send the bird out. Maybe you send it out. Your plan is to send it out early morning, but you at least prepare it to be sent. You have already been here for a few more minutes, probably. Don't know how long it would have taken Assad to write that letter. How much thought, how much he just let his words just fall on there, or if he actually gave time to think of words to say. So it could have taken from, I don't know, like 5 to maybe like 15 minutes. What do you want to say? Where do you want that needle to drop, John?
I'd say maybe around 15 minutes. I feel like it would take longer.
Okay, so at a minimum 15 minutes. Other than that, is there anything special y'all want to do? I guess I can leave your, at least for Anya and Blue, or Nestle, you can leave your extracts, and for specifically Anya, your mutagens and stuff. You can kind of prep them up and just get them ready so you can just finish them off in the morning.
And Anya is going to hand Assad a shield extract.
Well, it's not morning yet.
Oh.
But I can get that started, and then then towards morning you guys will finish them up.
I thought we were doing this after we woke up.
No, I thought this was before y'all slept.
Oh.
Was it? Oh, wait, did you write this letter before y'all went to sleep, Assad, or after?
Yeah.
Y'all woke up.
I feel like I feel personally, for like dramatic purposes, it seems to be better at night, because it can be dark, you can have a little candle lit, a little desk.
So Assad's writing while the other two of us are asleep.
Okay, they could be done
Yeah,
like that.
pretty much. And then I ask in the morning.
I mean, I feel like I would actually stay up with Assad for a little bit while he's writing his letter.
As you're writing this,
Actually, Anya
letter,
would probably go ahead and do her report, write up her report at that point then.
at any point in this, does because I did mention that part in the beginning about how it basically felt like Blue wanted to wait for your answer before he showed you the letter. This is not me trying to start something here between your characters or anything like that. It kind of felt like you were waiting for his answer before you give him the letter, because you want.
Oh yeah, I still wanted to wait for his answer.
Yeah, you wanted it felt like you wanted a specific answer, and that if you didn't get it, he wouldn't have gotten the letter. That's what it felt like. Whether you actually meant it to be like that, that's totally different, and that depends on how players want to take it. If I was in John's situation, if I would have played my character as like letting that slip, and then when I had time to actually think, like Assad has now, that thought would have slowly crept into my mind, and then I would have, I would want answers in a sense. I'll be curious of why you waited to ask me the question first and then give me the letter. Now, like I said, I don't want to start something between you, Anya, Assad, and Nestle. So when I ask this, I'm not asking this because I want you to say yes. I think Assad would think this, but do you think that would come up in Assad's mind while he's thinking?
I know what you're asking, and I know there's gonna be somebody listening who's like, "God, JV's just railroading and trying to get this specific thing to happen." But then there's somebody else in the audience who's probably thinking what you were thinking. If you did not say this, somebody is definitely thinking, why didn't Assad feel weird about this? Why doesn't it, like, that just become another problem on its own? So I get what you're saying. I know where you're coming from.
Well, yeah, because that's how I took. That's what I thought. I didn't think about that until after we finished recording. It's like because I thought Blue was gonna keep the letter no matter what. But after he gave you the letter, I got when he gave you the letter, I wasn't shocked, but I was a little bit surprised. I thought Nestle would have kept the letter at least longer until he asked you and then once he asked you the question and he liked the answer you gave him, then he gave you the letter. That after that, or in that instant, that never, I didn't think about that. About like, wait, why did you ask him the question first? Why didn't you give him the letter or something like that? Like, why even ask him a
I
question?
got you.
That didn't come up to me until after the whole recording session, which is kind of what's happening here. This is like, that was literally like 24 hours ago, or not, sorry, 42 hours ago, in this time. For Assad, it's a few hours ago.
Like, yeah.
At most like an hour ago, if not less than that. So I would understand if that doesn't come up to his, like, if that doesn't creep up in his mind now, or if it ever does. But do you think it would at this time, or?
I mean, as I'm writing the letter, probably I probably would have thought of that.
I am right next to him, so he could always just ask.
Yeah, and
Hey, Nestle, I got a question. I'm like done making the letter already.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. Here's the thing. I won't fault you for this at all, given my behavior. But you asked me earlier what I would do if I found out where, my family lived.
Yeah.
And then you handed me a letter.
hmm
What if I would have said I would leave as soon as possible? Would you have still given me that letter?
Yeah, I think I would have. I was actually thinking about it at that time. Like, very specifically.
Huh.
I was like, if I give him the letter and he just leaves us, then who's going to protect us? Me and Anya.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
Like, I wouldn't fault you for just leaving us. But,
No, I would though. I mean, I literally just saw you almost bleed to death, so.
plus, I mean, Nestle's a good guy. I don't think that he would, coerce you like that in the first place.
no.
Now, me, I would have thought about coercing. I'll be honest.
I should have Anya find it then.
I'm not going to lie, Assad.
I'm
Sorry, Anya. I'm not going to lie. I did think about it.
I mean, look, I mean, what I did in the past is, I don't know how much control I had over my actions, and they're, in my opinion, not excusable now, but look, that's I'm not telling you what to do, but in my situation, if it was me and our roles here were reversed, I killed Hershey. I would have just said no. I would have torn the letter up as soon as I could.
No. One of us deserves to go back to family.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't. Do I deserve to go back? Like,
Maybe
I know I
before,
want this,
no.
but
But the Assad I know now, I definitely know that you do. I don't know the Assad from before. Okay? But I know this one. And I'm proud to be your friend. Like, extremely proud. The one that is always by our side in fighting. That's the one I know. And I give him a little hug under the leg.
I'm sitting down. You don't have to do that.
I give him a hug on the leg.
See, I wanted to
I
actually
start crying,
in game,
man, weeping
like
tears.
Nestle runs up to you and gives you a hug in the leg, and you look at him and was like, Nestle, I'm sitting. You don't have to do this. And he just grips you tighter in the leg.
and Anya's reaction to this is, "Aw, you two are good friends."
Assad turns around and he's like bawling. He's got tears running down his eyes. He's got snot bubbles. He's just like, "Thank you, Nestle. Thank you, Anya."
You know, when you answered my question, and you said that you would stay, you only proved me to be right even further, and that's why. Thank you. Thank you for being my friend.
Thank you, Nestle, for being my friend. And you hear him kind of yell a little bit. Anya, we didn't forget about you. You're our friend too. Even if you did just 5 seconds ago say you would betray me.
Even though you threw bombs at us,
I mean, no accounting for
Throwing bombs
taste.
at us.
and then I let go of Assad. And I hug Anya, and I'm like, thank you, Anya, for not throwing bombs at me, but throwing bombs at Assad.
And
Anya
Assad
kind of
laughs.
pats Nestle on the head. I mean, there's no accounting for Yuju's taste.
I mean, we were friends with a demon that would have killed us given the chance, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure he would have, yeah. So like I said, no accounting for taste. Something that you guys will find interesting. Since you've actually been involved with an actual Pathfinder mission, yet you can count this as your whole initiation system. Usually you have to do like 10 or 20 of those stupid little bitty missions. Courier missions, taking things to the various groups that actually spread information, whatever other higher up Pathfinders decide that they want you to do. Stupid shit.
Hey, I got a question. Before I knew where my family lived, money was of no object to me. But now that I know their address and where they are,
Don't tell me
do
that
you
you're
get
gonna
paid
send
for
money to
missions?
them.
It's the only... yes, of course.
Right now?
No, I'm just saying when we get the chance afterwards.
Oh.
If we
If
get
we ever
somewhere...
make a lot of money, I want to say... Look, I just want to say, Anya, if I make any money from the Pathfinder Society, could they just redirect it to them is all I'm asking.
Yeah, that can be arranged pretty easily.
Cool.
We actually, if we can pop by a lodge at some point, we'll need to get you guys registered properly. So
Of
we can
course.
arrange it then.
I don't have to like get bit by a snake or like, you know.
No, what do you think we are? The Red Mantises?
Is that what the red mantises do? I thought they would like.
I
eat
don't
red
know.
mantises
Do
or
I look
something.
like an assassin?
I don't know. Sometimes I ask myself that question.
If you think she's an assassin, she's a lousy one. As having bombs
she's
being her
just slowly
primary
killing
means of attack. It's like, what are you? I'm an assassin.
I mean, there are a couple of assassins in the Pathfinder Society, but most of them go over to work with the Red Mantises.
Okay. All right. Okay. I see. There's a little bit of corruption in society. That's fine.
Well, okay. The Pathfinder Society accepts anyone, like literally.
Okay.
Don't
All right,
say it like
all right,
that.
I see
You're
how it
gonna
works.
make
That's fine.
You're gonna make their initiation feel less wonderful.
Special.
Yeah, or special. That's
I mean, the biggest rule is we have to work together no matter how much we disagree with each other.
Ooh. Well, we're already great at doing that. I will say, I was kind of forced to be a team player. I will say that.
I'm pretty sure
But-
that one visiting Pathfinder we had was a lich.
Huh. Okay. So,
Yeah, weird stuff.
Yeah. I will say this. I will work with whoever, whatever, blah blah blah. I'm not going to work with undead people. Not again. Well, I didn't know the Caragor was undead, but you know what I mean.
no, but
I'm not
Skeletonia
gonna deal
was,
with necromancy.
and you liked him.
What?
Skeletonia was, and you
That's
kind of
true.
liked him.
We all
Plus,
love
Like,
these
Caragor
Skeletonia.
was
Nothing
very
else.
distinct in telling you guys that he's
By the way, rest in peace.
almost dead.
That's true. So, excuse me, I didn't hear you.
David?
Oh, no, we just mentioned Skeletonia, so rest in peace.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Skeletonia.
Rip.
Rest in peace.
Hang on, I gotta press F.
That's funny, because he's a skeleton.
There's some of them over there, and over there, and over there. I think I still have a little finger bone in my pocket.
Rest in bones.
He's always with us. Can we get an F in the chat? 60 episodes is too late. It'd be 60. It'd be more like 50. Oh my god, we're actually doing an F in the chat. Visual jokes, guys. Visual jokes are the best.
For our listeners, we all just input F in the roll.
Can that be the title of the episode? F. Okay.
And
So-
F for Skelentonio.
Okay, and so wow, that was a weird person to even bring up anymore. Oh, that was so long ago. But okay.
You want to bring up Itza?
I feel like any chance. Oh, I will give you props to this, John or Assad. You have not blamed, or not blamed. You have not accused someone of being Itza for a very long time now. So
Assad doesn't know that Itza survived.
you do.
Oh, right. Oh, shit, that is true.
You know that she left. You
That's
don't.
true.
Assad doesn't know that she actually didn't leave and was impersonating Brenton. Yes, Brenton.
Right.
But yeah, nevertheless, that happened. episodes ago, and that probably won't be introduced back until probably next episode or whatever. I don't know. But
What does that mean?
what
does that mean?
You guys,
Nothing. You mean nothing.
the letter has been written, a conversation has been had, and it is nappy time. I guess you all drink your nighttime tea.
While Anya drinks hers, she seems to be daydreaming.
Mm-hmm. And if there's nothing really else you want to do at night, you all slowly and steadily drift off into your dreams. Some a little bit longer than others. But before anything happens, before y'all start changing your stats, whatever, I don't know if you actually already have, but don't do that yet.
Oh.
If you didn't, undo it.
Oh, well, I changed my health.
Okay, and then undo it. Take away double your level plus con.
14.
The night is going, the metaphorical clock is ticking, and the sun is getting ready to rise. Before that, you guys are sleeping in, I guess this, the living room, I guess you can say. It's a bit weird to call it a living room, but that is where you guys are sleeping.
We're all alive in it.
And about 4 to 5 hours into your rest, there is a large banging sound at the door, followed by a bit of a panic voice behind it. The banging is getting louder and louder to y'all as it's slowly starting to wake you guys up, in a sense. You guys have been exhausted. Like I always mention, healing potions and wands, all that good stuff. While it does repair your bodies, I don't think it returns your stamina, in a sense. And while you might not physically be drained after, you take a potion mentally, you should be, or you are. And so all of that takes a toll on his body at a certain point. And so you guys are just suffering from that exhaustion, of that mental exhaustion. So everything is muffled in the sense you can't hear out the voices that are talking, but just the banging on the door. And as this keeps going, as the seconds start passing, you guys trying to get up, you hear footsteps coming from inside the building itself. Some of y'all are seeing hazy just a bit, but you can clearly tell just by the sound of her voice, how the soothness of her voice, that it's winter and Sezadiah. They open up the door and you hear Meg enter the room with a panic expression behind her words, and she says that something has happened. Something has happened at the outskirts of the mansion ground. Houses have been attacked.
No.
And this is when you guys somewhat are up. And Sezadiah turns to y'all and doesn't say anything as she runs out. She nods at Winter to try to send her a message, in a sense. Winter runs up to y'all and she calls out to y'all saying that there's been an attack. Some of the houses next, close to the mansion ground have been attacked by something. We're not sure. We're gonna head out there now. If you can join us, join us. Get your equipment ready, whatever you have. I know it's been a long day, but it seems we are needed. And she runs out the door. You guys are drowsy, have yet to fully recover. none of your equipment is actually ready in the forms of extracts and mutagens. You can take your time to actually finish them, but it's gonna be still a while. You are needed now. You guys are, like I said, drowsy, not 100% sure what's happening, but I ask y'all, what do y'all do?
Anya.
Okay, do we currently have, like, the exhausted condition?
Not mechanically, just flavor-wise,
Okay.
yes. You guys are not actually exhausted. With the adrenaline that's gonna be running through y'all at the moment, and actually, if y'all choose to run out, that should wake y'all up in a sense. I'm not gonna give y'all the mechanic of exhausted at the moment.
Exhausted.
Anya.
Yeah, Anya pulls out the wand of cure moderate real quick. Alright, let's get you guys at least patched up before we go real quick.
Yeah.
No, we were having such a great night too.
Oh, it was such a good 2 hours.
Well, it was
Nestle,
about
you get
to be
15.
It was about 4.5 to 5 hours of rest.
John can run on that kind of rest.
How much did you say? 15?
Yep.
Okay.
Assad
Can I
gets
get
13.
Okay, thank God. Oh, Sauron Ray bless. That's basically how much I would have naturally recovered.
And then since Assad still looks pretty rough, he then
Hell
gets
yeah.
20.
I'm basically at max at this point now. Hell yeah.
It doesn't
You
look
had
like
61 max HP, sir.
68 max HP.
61. You have a -1 to your
68.
thing.
I have minus.
Did you ask her to heal your?
Can't heal his thing.
Oh wait,
No, I meant, did
Yeah,
you ask
61.
Winter to heal it?
my bad.
Sod?
Excuse me.
We forgot to do that. We can do that after the battle.
What level spell is that? Restoration?
Yes, straight restoration.
What level is that? Is that level
I think it's
3?
like a second level.
I just dropped so many dice. No one getting combat today. Restoration is a level 4.
Well, I guess we're
spell.
sleeping now because the DM said so.
No, just go, but don't
Yeah,
get
it's
in any
level 4
combat.
spell.
Try to talk yourself out of it.
Man, that's annoying.
Level 4 spell. Can she even cast level 4s? She needs to be a level 6 cleric to cast. No, wait. She needs to be a level 7 cleric to cast 4 spells. Let's see what level she's at. Oh, yeah, I can continue.
Wait, can we get?
Oh.
Can she do restoration or no?
Y'all didn't ask her, and she's already ran out.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, guys, let's do it. Let's do the thing.
Yeah. I slowly
Crossbow.
crouch toward the door.
Not enough time to make any bombs.
All right.
Enough
Well,
time to make
let's hustle.
extracts.
I push you guys.
Yep.
I'm already at the door.
We go to the battlefield.
Okay. So, as you guys exit out of the grounds, not the grounds, as you exit out of the Sleepless Agency, you see Meg, Sazadiah, and just a little bit closer to y'all, Winter, running down the street, and you follow right behind her. And as you guys are running, you see that the sun is already rising. It's the sun. You see the light. The sky is a nice little orangey purple color. It's a very beautiful sight. If it wasn't for the day, just the way the day has started now, you probably would have loved this to stare at the sky. But there's important business that has to be taken care of right now, and so you follow behind Winter, who is again not that far in front of y'all. Y'all did take time to heal, so she is still a good good feet away from y'all, but it's close enough that you are able to follow her, and you see that you guys are heading towards the mansion ground. But she says that the attacks happened just on the outskirts of the mansion grounds, to the surrounding houses near it. And as you guys are getting closer and closer, you start seeing plumes of smoke coming, pitch black smokes caused from the fires that some of these houses seems to have caught on. Not majority of them. Some of the houses are not close enough together for the fire to easily spread, but you can clearly tell that they weren't able to quickly respond to the fire. So some houses have started to catch on fire, and with the exception of a few, which at that point they were able to maintain it from spreading anymore. You see, let me see if I can remember their names correctly. As you get closer to these homes that have been attacked, you see Allard, Lucky, I think what's her name, and Siobhan, who have made their way from the fort to this portion of the town. They were a tad bit closer compared to where y'all guys were. They were easily able to cut through a lot of the ground to get there. As you arrive, you arrive just in time to hear Meg give an explanation of what's happening, and you hear her say, "We're not sure what happened. There was an attack. I heard screeches. Some creature came from out of nowhere. It started ripping into homes. Next thing you know, I hear yelling. I hear bones shatter, skin tear. We made our way as quickly as we could here, and we tried to fight off whatever that thing was, but it moved so fast. We weren't able to help a lot of people. Next thing you know, fire started. Houses started to burn. We lost track of the creature trying to fight off the fire. We don't know where it went. It looked like it headed towards the mansion ground. I'm not 100% sure. But Allard and the rest, they went into the houses making sure everyone was okay. But there's a lot of hurt. There's a lot of people here hurt. What do y'all do?
Anya's basically mansion grounds. Okay. You two, come on, let's work on this. Winter, Sosadiah, the rest of you should probably be here helping the people.
Winter, if you try to move forward, she reaches out, stopping y'all. She tells y'all, "Yeah, you guys are in no condition to go up there and fight this creature if it's still up there. You need a rest."
Yeah, but
I mean, what if we do rest and we don't deal with this? This will be on our conscience.
It seems like it's gone for the day, and I don't think it's gonna be attacking in the light of day. That could be on our side. If y'all want to go, I'm not going to stop you. I should have no reason to stop you, but you guys are in no condition. When you first headed out, your lives were at risk. You are going to die if you go. And I can't have y'all die.
Assad, start forming a thing to get rid of these fires. Someone direct me to the injured. Nestle, help see if you can find anyone that can't be gotten to by the larger people.
Also, Nestle, if you find somebody that's trapped under something, come get me. I might be able to lift them out or something.
Yeah.
okay, will do.
as you actually say that, you hear Allard coming from a building that is pretty lit up on fire right now, and he shouts out for help. Someone's stuck under a beam. He needs help.
Oh boy.
Assad, you're up.
Man. Alright, I'm heading on over, Allard.
Okay.
Anya heads straight to wherever they're taking all of the injured.
I go search for, people that need help, that are trapped.
So, Anya, you run to the closest person that you see needs medical help, and you see majority of them have been dragged to one side of the road, right where actually Siobhan is at, and you see Siobhan, while having a really hard time she's trying to use healing magic. You've known in the past that that's not her specialty, but you see that she has a wand in her hand, and she's panically trying to, heal as many people as she can. And so you run up there, probably try to comfort her, try to calm her down in this situation.
Yeah, first thing is, Siobhan, healing magic doesn't work as well when you're panicking. Take a deep breath. I understand that we're in a really bad situation, but since you have that wand, you'll be okay. Just, if you're not panicked, then the people you're healing won't panic. And if the people you're healing don't panic, they won't aggravate their injuries.
And as you're talking to her, and you actually notice that she is actually pretty bad. You see that she has a really bad burn injury on her shoulder. You can see probably got her back, but in the situation she's at right now, you know that her adrenaline is keeping her going. She has probably not even noticed that she has this big of a burn wound on her, but you calm her down, and you see that these other people are
later, but I'm going to do a sleight of hand to use a cure moderate wounds on her.
Okay.
That way, when she does come down from the adrenaline rush, she doesn't completely go into shock.
I got you. And without having to actually waste your wand, she will pass her wand to you to cure the other people around. And I would say y'all just pass it between y'all, trying to cure as many people as you can. Once the wand runs out, y'all start doing actual healing, like hands-on treatment on them.
Yeah. The wand is basically for those that are recoverable, but extreme.
Yeah. Okay.
Triage, basically.
Nestle? You said you were doing what?
The sleight of hand was 21 to
I
her
said
back.
I'm looking for, I'm trying to look for people that aren't easily found. Like,
Okay.
if they're
You're
trapped.
trying to investigate.
Yeah. Yeah, like, if
Private
they're trapped
eye
beneath
style.
the
I
By the way,
got you.
Anya's logic
Okay,
on that
so
is you're short and low to
What
the ground,
is
so you won't have to deal with
Vernephthalin
much
see?
smoke.
okay. So you and Meg, and Lucky, Meg grabs you and tells you to come with her. There's a few houses they still have not checked yet, and so you run down there with her and Lucky to search some of the houses that are a little bit further away, but that look to have been damaged by whatever this creature was. And you go in there just to check on people. You don't see anyone gravely hurt with life-ending injuries, but you see that some of the damages to the house has caused part of the inner houses to fall, and probably they may have suffered a few bangs and bumps here and there from the falling debris. And you help them clean off and kind of situate themselves and get their pieces together, and help them outside to get away from the house, because you're not sure what else can fall on them. But you with Meg and Meg and Lucky just run between houses, making sure everyone's okay and no one has been forgotten there. Assad, as you run up to the house where you heard Allard shout from, that house is it's I think I already mentioned, it's pretty lit up right now. It is almost consumed all in fire, and as you walk in, you just feel the burst of heat come out from the door. But you see Allard is just a few feet into the doorway, and as you run down there to help him out, you see that he's trying to lift up a beam. It is not completely caught on fire, but it is starting to become consumed with it. As you reach over, he tells you, oh, "Be careful! The beams are it's getting hot. It's to watch your hands." And so you run up to help him out. Correct?
Oh, of course. Also, my gloves are flammable. What the fuck do you mean?
Hey, it'll be a little bit less heat that's directly on your hand.
That's true.
So as you run up to do so, you actually as you run up to lift up the beam, you try to pick it up, use your strength. It's a little bit difficult for you to do so. You normally would be able to help him out in this, but your nerves are getting to you. Like anyone stuck in this type of situation, just out of nowhere having to do this. You haven't even seen who you're helping out, and once that comes into your mind, you look down and you see the person that's under the beam, and it's Kel. And when you see that,
strength,
you start to panic more. The only person you knew as a friend before, last night, when Nestle pretty much proclaimed that you are now his only friend. Your only friend you knew of is stuck under this beam, and you don't see him breathing. And that is causing you to panic more. This panic is causing a rush of adrenaline to just surge your body, and without any hesitation, on your next attempt to lift the bar, that thing goes flying. As you do, you reach down to pull Kel from his spot. Allard tells you to slow the hell down. You can hurt him. You may hurt him more. You actually drown out his voice at a point until you feel Allard's hand touch your shoulder, and then you quickly snap out of it, and you realize that Allard's correct. You need to calm down. You can hurt him more, and that is when everything kind of clears up in your eyes, and you see that Kel was more than just stuck under the beam. As you see that his left arm looks to have been ripped completely off, and you see that he is bleeding out. As you see that, your eyes trail from the blood that has been left from where you have pulled him, the streak of blood, and you see a part of the wall that has yet to be consumed in fire, and you see something written on there, written in red, what you clearly know is blood. And you see there written is, "Come back anytime."
Oh God, I don't have a goof or anything to say after that. Jeez.
Feels bad. It's because we didn't clear the freaking whole place.
Oh.
Yeah, but we would have died. We would have probably died if we didn't.
Yep, I know.
Oh.
This situation, which I kind of knew this is what was going to be taken.
We
It
couldn't really
reminds
do anything
me.
about it, though.
No, I understand, but it reminds me of something I said in the past, and that echoes to this situation, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be echoed in future situations as well. But like I said in the past, that every choice has a consequence, and this is the consequences to your choice.
Yep. Good news is we have quite a bit of morale to go in and kill whatever the hell did this.
Hey, can I drop all my classes in fighter and just go barbarian now?